Welcome on board C'est La Vie. We'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsors for this video, West Marine, Shaka Kai, and Costa Sunglasses. Let's see what's out there.
Thank you for joining us on our final leg of the Pacific Ocean crossing on day 17. The crew is in good spirits, but the wind is starting to pick up. It's getting stronger and stronger, and we had to pull our spinnaker down for a little maintenance. Almost blew our spinnaker out. It's not heavy stuff. This thing's so light.
It really is.
It's like thinner than a piece of paper. Not this stuff, the actual sail. Very, very light wind. So what I have in my hand is sail tape, and this is something you can use when you have a damaged sail to help get you where you need to go. It's not a proper fix, but it's a temporary fix. And the heat gun helps warm up the glue, and then having some extra hands definitely makes this job a lot easier. We would lay it flat on either side of the sail, either side of the run, and we would glue it down flat as possible. This would be the last time we would use our spinnaker on the Pacific crossing. The wind was increasing, so we hoisted it up to straighten it out in the sock, and then we lowered it back into the sail bag and stored for future use.
14 knots?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. 14.4.
Oh,
Yeah. So we're gonna
it's too fast. So choppy now.
Yeah. It is. Okay. Fast, guys, fast! Okay.
The wind was too strong and we had too much sail up, so it was time to put a reef in. At this moment we are fully reefed with no head sail out.
Hang on, guys! Hurry if you can! Go, 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 guys! Hang on! Hang on, guys!
As you can see, the conditions are picking up.
Come on!
That's going to be a trend, this video. For the rest of this sail, we would stay fully reefed, most of the time with only our mainsail up.
So just to recap, we had really rough conditions, like 30 knots of wind, 15-foot seas. The boat was like surfing down these waves. We were going over 14 knots. The whole boat was just like shaking and rumbling and flexing at every joint and creaking like crazy. And then the waves were confused, so they were just smacking against the hull and making these really loud like bang noises. Everybody on board, we were all good. We all handled it really well. The crew did amazing. Even the puppies did amazing. But it was just really tough on the boat. So I think mentally knowing that the boat was just getting slammed and we're surfing these waves for a couple of days in a row was pretty stressful, even though we tried to stay positive. So anyway, it just kept building, and the forecast showed that it was going to get even worse. So I just started manifesting hard, like being very vocal about and intentional about my manifesting. I put it on social media asking for people to please to manifest and pray and send positive vibes and happy dances, and social media, there's an outpouring of just positive support for us. And if I didn't believe in it before, I 100% believe in it now, because overnight the conditions just switched and we had 15-knot winds instead of 30-knot winds. We had 5-foot seas instead of 15-foot seas, and just like that it switched, and those conditions have been holding for the past 24 hours. And today it was supposed to get really gnarly and we woke up to just beautiful conditions again. So we're keeping up the manifesting and the praying and the positive vibes, and just hoping that we're gonna ride these conditions all the way to French Polynesia. We have 580 nautical miles to go. Right now we're flying wing and wing, so we have the jib out the port and the main out the starboard, and we're trying to go truly downwind, down sea, and it's making for a really comfortable ride. Yesterday was a beautiful day. We made water, we washed the boat, cold baked stuffed muffins, we had wahoo 3 different ways for dinner, puppies both got baths. Laurent and I did a quick photo shoot for some content for a brand on the bow at sunset, and then after dinner we watched the stars. We saw a very cool shooting star, and then moments later we saw this massive like glow, like flash in the ocean. So there was bioluminescence. We don't really know what the flash was. Maybe a mermaid, who knows. But it was just a pretty special day, pretty magical day. And right now we're on day 17. We've slowed down a bit. We're averaging probably closer to 6 knots instead of 7 knots. But I'm very much okay with that. If it takes us an extra day, these conditions, instead of beating up the boat, I'll take that for sure.
Hey, I get the sunrise trip today, which is nice. First one from 3 to 6. So everything's been good. The weather really calmed down since yesterday, so that's awesome. And we only have 3 days left. Can't wait to get to French Polynesia. Just a few more days to go.
What are you doing? Do you know what you're doing?
Gotta power up the bilge pump.
Nice.
Take the bilge pump. Yep.
During one of my daily checks, I noticed our sugar scoop was filling with water, actually completely full, and our spearfishing floats were floating in there. So the bilge pump broke. So we had to use this auxiliary pump that has a long extension cord, alligator clips that you can clip to the battery, and then the bilge pump has a long hose that will pump the water out for you. So thankfully, this normally could be a big situation, but we got the water out. I repaired the bilge pump, and this was not a big issue for us, thankfully. If you want to see how I rigged this auxiliary bilge pump, comment below and maybe I'll make a video on it. We also have a manual pump that you can stick in hatches and use a lever to pump the water out in case of an emergency.
We got here. Confident boy.
Cole just threw it down. Is it day 30 something? We're having
So
concreters. Sunset.
Nice. Wow, look at this wave. Trident and 10-foot waves. They surf us. Hold on. A little sporty.
We have been wanting to fish for a couple of days now, and we haven't gotten one. And so we finally just hooked up, and everybody knows what to do. So the boys just put the jib in. I jumped at the helm. I have the boat completely downwind right now, and then Cole ran over and he's on the rod, reeling in this fish. It seems to be a manageable one, not a 200-pound yellowfin tuna. And we really need to land this. We don't have any fresh fish, and the dogs need to too. Yeah, I'm completely downwind right now. What does it feel like, Cole?
It's a wahoo. I got
He's clipped in. He's clipped in.
I know, but it helps to have a hand with a gap.
It's alright.
Keep tension, Steph.
It's alright. Let it just try to bring him up this way. Short lifts, reel down. Can you go back one step?
Hold on, hold on. I'm going back. I'm going back with you.
Alright. Can you go back one step?
Right.
Yep. Got it. Going fast. Yeah, we're up pretty fast. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There he is. Come on, baby. Big run. Shit, missed him. Yeah, it's coming, it's coming. He's upside down. Got him, got him. We got it. Fucking big hoop. Big hoop. Big wahoo. Woo!
Nice.
Bigger.
Nice.
I know. Careful, Laurent. Yeah. They could come up. Yeah. They'll open you up. Woo! On the mono. Second wahoo on this rig. Yes. Alright, unclip me.
Nice job.
Woo! On the ballyhoo. That's why you rig them.
That was tough. That was tough.
Good job, guys.
This is probably the roughest night we've had, or at least one of the roughest nights that we've had. My new shift is 6 to 9, so we just caught a massive wahoo, which was sick. Right after sunset, we got that blade up, energy was high, but the conditions definitely started to build in the late afternoon today. And right now we're seeing 20 to 25 knots of wind. We're surfing the waves up to almost 12 knots. And they're crashing behind the boat. We can't see them, but we can hear them. It's just like this howling wind and like the crashing waves and banging and creaking and rumbling, and it's pretty intimidating.
Yeah, the fact you can't see it makes it worse.
Yeah, for sure. Good morning, it's day 18, and I've had my coffee, chilling with Laurent. Last night was rough. Last night potentially could have been the roughest night that we had, or close to the roughest night that we had. Just big waves, strong winds, a lot of surfing, a lot of creaking. The waves are like over the hard top. We should measure that at some point, like measure how high the hard top is from the water line up. I mean, easily 15-foot waves. We're pretty desensitized to it. We're all doing really well. He ended up sleeping last night after we dosed him with some CBD a couple times. But all is good. Still riding the high from catching that wahoo. And we're on day 18. We have 448 nautical miles to go, and we'll be there in like 2.8 days. We had a rough night last night. It was, might have been the roughest night we've had, or close to it. We had big waves, big wind, lots of banging, lots of creaking.
Well, I also turned on course.
Well, we've been going west-southwest, but on a northerly kind of rum line of where we're trying to get to. And Cole, last night on his shift from 12 to 3, shifted so that we were going further south, which means the waves were coming at more of a 90-degree angle, which made things a little bit rougher, but we needed to do that because we need to start going towards the Marquesas. Otherwise, we're going to end up nose into these waves, and that would not be fun.
Yeah, we're going more southwest now, so we're on course, and the waves should hopefully get better, and the wind should get lighter.
We're hopeful. We've been getting our butts kicked.
Yeah, so he's going to be 20 days at sea.
20 days at sea.
Pretty wild.
What time is it, Steph?
Fry time.
Dinner time. We got some sporty conditions. Still a lot of swell coming in. We're gonna see about frying up some fish.
Beans, black beans.
Just hooked up some black beans. We got the rice over there, and we about to fry these bad boys.
I'm the one who gets seasick the most out of everybody. So that's been fun. No, I haven't gotten bad, but I made dinner last night with these poke bowls and like chopping up everything. I made dinner and then couldn't eat dinner because I was way too nauseous. So no dinner for me last night, which is why I'm not cooking tonight. Almost under 200.
Yeah.
That'll feel good.
I have a feeling these last couple of miles are going to be the longest.
I think it'll fly. I'm positive.
We're flying pretty now. We're almost going too fast.
Yeah.
And then we got some extreme frying.
Yeah, everything's hot. No big deal, and 8 to 10 foot swell.
Yeah. Conch fritters, and now this. Little wahoo nuggets.
Absolutely, bud. Super pumped. Never fried wahoo before, so
Nice.
I think this will be good.
Yes, it will be. It smells bomb.
We're getting there.
And the casual 10-foot plus waves. Probably looks tiny. Looks like a beautiful day on GoPro, I'm sure. Yoo-hoo! Sometimes it just picks the whole boat up and turns it. Ben's not a fan. Hey, this is my journal entry. Got 150 miles to go. Woo. It is rocky out here. Everything's picked up just at the end of the trip. It seems like nature's testing us at the end to get there. Everything's still fine, boat's handling well. Everyone's still doing good. Everyone is supposed to get there now. That'll be exciting. Even just to see land. Great. So, it's alright. Dogs are okay. People sleeping right now. It's my sister's birthday, so I want to wish her a happy birthday from the South Pacific.
Good morning. Day 20 at sea. And we have the worst conditions that we've had the entire trek. Right now we have sustained 30 knots to 35 knots of wind. We have 15-foot seas. I've seen upwards of 20-foot seas. And there's storms all around, but there's a rainbow right here, which is gorgeous. Good sign. Good omen. We have 127 nautical miles to go. Right now, I pulled in the jib. We just have the mainsail and it's reefed to the second reef. So it's basically only halfway up and we're still cruising at 8 knots. So, whew, that was a big one. So once the guys wake up, we're going to drop the main, just put a little bit of the jib out because we're still cruising too fast. We want to slow down so that we arrive in Kuruka after sunrise tomorrow morning so that we can see clearly in the water. We want to make sure there's a lot of unmarked coral heads. We want to make sure that we get in there safely without hitting a coral head because that would be devastating after this long trip. So we're going to wait and play it safe, slow down, and get in tomorrow morning after sunrise when we can see clearly, and then we'll make our way into the Anchorage. But right now we're cruising at 8 knots and our arrival time is 3:13 a.m. So we definitely need to slow that down a bit so that our arrival time is closer to like 7 or 8 a.m. Tomorrow, which means we officially have 24 hours over there. That's very exciting. 24 hours till we are in French Polynesia. We're very ready. Poor little Zeke's pretty seasick this morning, and it was too rough to take him out to the trampoline. I just cried, and it was just horrible, pretty scary. I was harnessed and tethered in. He was tethered in, and we're just taking too many waves over the side right now. So poor little Zeke, we're caught in the cockpit, which is absolutely okay and understandable. He's a little bit nauseous, and I'm hoping that passes, and I'm hoping these conditions just calm down. We're just getting our butts kicked. This crossing has definitely made us earn it. It has not been easy. on us, on the boat. Sailor V's done amazing. I'm so thankful for my boat. She's so strong and sturdy. The crew's done amazing. Mentally, just staying positive and holding up. But it's been tough conditions. Just being beaten up for long periods of time, and the conditions are off. Like the wind's stronger than it says it's going to be. The waves are coming from all different directions. It's an absolute washing machine, just making it challenging. But we're not really scared. It's not scared. It's just more uncomfortable, and just hopeful that it'll pass and that we can have some calm conditions going into French Polynesia. So we're going to keep manifesting, fingers crossed, prayers coming in, and hopefully things change. But for now, we're rocking and rolling our way the last 127 nautical miles.
17 miles to go. We're within 10 miles of land. Can't see anything. Oh, just waiting on the sunrise. Arrival at 6 a.m. Should be an epic sunrise. We are excited. (2:20 a.m.)
20 days and haven't been to land in 30-something days.
Finn is pumped. What is it, buddy? Oh. All the smells.
Oh yeah.
What is that? Is that land? Wow, look at that cliff. You crossed the Pacific, Finn! You crossed the Pacific!
Day 21, and we just set anchor in Uahuka, French Polynesia. Welcome! Woohoo! That was probably the roughest night we had the entire trip, and we just pulled into an Anchorage, and it's actually nice and calm, and we are just stoked, like stoked level 1,000.
With the weather being as poor as it was, we tucked into our first anchorage possible and licked our wounds, cleaned the boat up, cleaned ourselves up, and yeah, just kind of soaked it all in for a day before we headed to Nukuhiva to check in ourselves and the dogs, which thankfully went all smooth. Thank you all so much for watching our journey that started in Key West, and we sailed over 7,000 miles to French Polynesia on Sailor V with our two dogs. It was quite the adventure. We are very happy to be here, and we can't wait to show you more of French Polynesia in our next videos.